Most of the time you gotta look out for real ransomware games, but sometimes you gotta watch out for the fake ones. What's up guys, it's Josh back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about some more cyber news, and I found another interesting article that I wanted to share with you guys, and this is dealing with a fake ransomware game. And what they're doing is they're piggybacking off of real events that have happened as far as cybersecurity attacks, and then targeting those US organizations, basically saying that they will leak the data if you don't send money. Just like what a real ransomware game would do. So let's get to the article and check this out. Alright, this article is on bleepingcomputer.com, and like it says in the title, fake ransomware group targets US organizations with empty data leak threats. And so yeah, like I said, they're piggybacking off of real breaches. So let me go down and read it so you guys can understand what's happening. But it says fake extortionists are piggybacking on data breaches and ransomware incidents, threatening US companies with publishing or selling alleged stolen data unless they get paid. And what they finding basically is that a lot of these organizations, or some of these organizations, are actually fake, and they're just trying to get paid off of the work of some other ransomware gang. But it says sometimes the actors add the menace of a disturbing denied service attack if the message recipient does not comply with the instructions in the message. Now it says bad actors. The attackers behind this activity used the name Midnight and started targeting US companies since at least March 16th. They have also impersonated some ransomware and data extortion games in emails and claim to be the author of the intrusion, stealing hundreds of gigabytes of important data. In one email to the employee of a holding company in the industry of petroleum additives, the threat actor claimed to be the Silent Ransom Group, a splinter of the Coty Syndicate focused on stealing data and extorting the victim, also known as Lunamoth. Now the same message, however, using the subject line the name of another threat actor, the Certor ransomware group, first seen to encrypt company networks in December 2021. And so this is the example email that's being sent out. Now it says Bleeping Computer found another email from Midnight Group professing that they were the authors of the data breach and that they stole 600 gigabytes of essential data from the servers. The messages were sent to the address of the senior financial planner that had left the target company more than half a year before. And so that's the email as well, or at least a picture of it. Everything is blotted out, obviously. Now it says pending DDoS threats. A report in late March from the Managed Detection and Response Division at the Kroll Corporate Investigations and Risk Consulting firm notes that some senders of similar emails also threaten with DDoS attacks. Now, Kroll investigators say that starting March 23rd, organizations started filing an increased number of reports for emails received under the Silent Ransom Group name. It's a new wave of fake extortionist attempts, and Kroll responder says in a report, adding that the author uses the names of better-known cyber criminals in an attempt to intimidate and give legitimacy to the threat. So, I mean, this could be a kid at the end of the day, you know, sending out these emails, you know, and taking claims for being part of these criminal organizations and actually not. So it also says right here, the method is cheap and easily conducted by low-skilled attackers. Yeah, what they call script kiddies. So people that really don't understand how to hack, and they're just using tools that you could, you know, watch here on YouTube or watch on other platforms to learn how to actually use. And it's very simple, point and click, push buttons, and you could run a DDoS attack. I seen a video the other day of someone showing you a quick application you can get installed that'll run a DDoS attack on a suspecting victim. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff is very simple to do. As far as the the methods that's being used. Now it says, much like 419 wire fraud scams, the scams relies on social engineering to extort victims by placing pressure on a victim to pay before a deadline. Yeah, and they probably, one thing people do is leverage LinkedIn, because you can find out people's, level within the organization just by, adding them on a LinkedIn profile, But it says, we expect this trend to continue indefinitely due to the cost effectiveness and ability to continue to generate revenue for cyber criminals. Yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna have an issue figuring out who you're actually sending this stuff to, or if you're sending it to the right person. That's what a lot of organizations, I think, are gonna start running into. People piggybacking off of the attack, and then they send the funds, because a lot of these companies have cybersecurity insurance, so that allows them to pay out on these ransoms, or at least negotiate it on behalf of the company using these, paying the ransom amount that they, recommend, or that they come up with, the figures that they come up with, and then send it out to the wrong person, and then still get your data, sent out, or never get it decrypted because you send it to the wrong person. Now it says, Kroll has seen such incidents since 2021, although such activity started in early November 2019 when non-paying victims also experienced DDoS attacks. Now it says, nevertheless, the attacks were low-level DDoS and came with the threat of a larger one unless the extortionist got paid. Such incidents echo the activity of an extortion group that in 2017 sent DDoS threats to thousands of companies under the name of the infamous hacker group at the time, New World Hackers and Lizard Squad. I remember that name. LulzSec. We all heard of LulzSec, Fancy Bear, and Anonymous. So now let's skip down to the empty threats since 2019. Now it says, Midnight Group extortion scam is not new. The tactic has been observed in 2019 by ransomware incident response company Coveware, who called it Phantom Incident Extortion. Now, Coveware explains that the threat actor tries to give credibility to the threat by using data that is unique to the recipient target as the pressure of a costly outcome, and demands payment that is far less than the damage of the public exposure. Yeah, so that's that's what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, some money is better than no money, you know what I'm saying? So if they could, lower the amount, and you think you're sending it to the right people, then yeah, they'll most likely get paid by basically scamming the company, using this extortion tactic. Now it says, all these three components are the mainstays of a phantom incident extortion, PIE, and a clear indication of an empty threat. Okay, so that kind of, gives you an idea that it might be a empty threat. Now, Coveware initially provided 4 examples of PIE scams and updated the report only recently with a sample email from the Midnight Group. All 3 companies access that Midnight Group threats are part of a fraud campaign. RT's attempt to engage with the actor resulted in no response or evidence of stolen data. Yeah, and that's kind of really how you get around it. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, give us some form of evidence and we'll pay. You know what I'm saying? If you have some of our stolen data, send us bits and pieces of it so we can verify that you actually have the data before they send the money. So that can prevent you from actually having to pay out to the wrong people. Now it says, the recommendation is to carefully analyze such emails to recognize the components of a phantom incident extortion message and dismiss them as empty threats. So now, this is I just wanted to cover this because this is interesting. I never heard of this before. I never seen this type of attack or scam where someone's just trying to get over based on, what you see in the news. I'm sure DirecTV is probably getting emails like this, basically saying, hey, we stole some of your data. You know what I'm saying? It seems, kind of fake based on what they said to look for when it comes to it being a phantom incident extortion attack. So definitely pay attention to this. If you work for a company, you work in different departments or whatever, just look out for these types of emails. Of course, I had a link down in the description of the video so you guys can read this for yourself and get a little bit more information. But it's important for people in organizations to really pay attention to emails that come in, you know, not only just looking for ransomware attacks or spam type email or something like that coming into your organization, but also looking into stuff like this if your company falls victim to a ransom attack similar to some of these companies. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's pretty short, but I just really wanted to cover this because it was interesting. I've never seen an attack like this before. Definitely check it out for yourself and go on and share this video so we can get it out to as many people as possible. So I know I'm not the best at doing these types of videos, giving people advice and all that stuff. I do my best, but hopefully it helps someone, because I don't see a lot of people covering this type of content, at least on YouTube. So I wanted to fill that void. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and of course, keep protecting.